G'day guys. We're just doing the final part of the project on cells and body systems, where we're moving to putting together and looking at how body systems work. We're going to do the digestive system, the respiratory system, and the excretory system, like the kidneys, and also the cardiovascular system, like how the heart pumps blood and veins and arteries and all those and capillaries and all those things. So I've got a couple of reference books here for you that I'm going to put up on one that I'm going to take the pictures out of here this morning. The other one, these two books I really like. They're uh, kind of hitting things at a different level. This is quite just introductory. This is pretty full on. And in-depth type book. But they're the reference materials that I use to build a model of the digestive system, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So these are the things that I've been looking at. This is the kind of thing that I'll put up for you on OneNote so you can see. Here is an example of the digestive system and how it works and what happens on the level of the cell, but also what happens more broadly in those different types of tissues and how they interact and interplay between all those things. So there's one book, and here's another book with the same sort of thing. I'll just keep it on this page. Same sort of diagram, so good to have two sources of information that you can cross-reference and check out. It's always good to do that. And so these pages, for example, go through the process of the digestive system, beginning with the food you eat and how we break that up into small parts and begin the process of chemically breaking down that food with the saliva glands and all that kind of thing. Moving on to the stomach and how that works, and what happens with these cells in here that secrete the acid, and how they also protect the lining. The lining protects the stomach, to absorption of materials and through the small and the large intestine, and how some of these other organs help in that process. They play a vital role in the process of digestion and how they link to the digestive system. So all that material's there for you. I'll have that there. But the kind of things that you need to start getting ready are things like some paper, coloured paper. I've started collecting all this stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with any of this at the moment, but I've got it there. Saved it from the recycling bin. You're going to need things like Stanley knives, something sharp that you can cut this all these boxes and plastic bottles and stuff. You're going to need a sharp pair of scissors, things like a little tube of glue, some tape, some lacquer bands, a ruler, all the basic stuff. If you can get your hands on one of these hole punches, that's really good, because when you start punching holes in stuff, it lets you thread the cable ties through them. Okay, so I've just got a little bag of cable ties here. I'm sure you've got some of those at home in the shed or something. Don't go buying the big ones. All I do is put the smaller ones together and then get in here with a pair of scissors and cut them off. Okay, and neaten them up. That's good enough. These kind of things hold better than glue, I find. And I'll just grab the poster for you and explain to you what the final steps that's going to be. So let's have a look here. I've got this material. You can see there, it's like core flute. It's plastic. It's kind of like cardboard, but it's a lot stronger. You can get that at Officeworks. If you don't want to go there, just use a bit of cardboard or something. Okay. All this stuff, this is a technique called bricolage, where you take something that's going to be thrown in the bin and give it a new use. I've used the books here, the reference material. I've collected up my materials. And then this step, honestly, guys, didn't take me too long to do. I think I spent about an hour putting this stuff onto the board. Okay, I had a rough idea of what I was going to do, but the actual physical putting it onto the board was quite quick, because in a lot of cases, if I just flip this over, you can see here I've just punched holes, made holes and stuck the cable ties through. Okay, and you can do that real quick. You're not sitting around waiting for glue to set or anything like that. So cable ties are your best friend at the moment, I think. So what I've done is I've tried to map out the digestive system beginning up here. I haven't got the mouth and the jaw and the teeth and the saliva glands up here. Maybe I could improve that next time round. But I've got enough here to begin talking about how the digestive system works. And I've got my model. I've got some very simple little cards with bits of information. That probably took me about another hour to do, just to put all this together and print it out and stick it on with a bit of glue. I've got these little cards here that help me remember what it's all about and what actually was trying to demonstrate with this here. But I'm not overloaded with information. I haven't, the whole purpose of this is not to reproduce this, okay? I don't want to see a poster with just you printing out diagrams off the internet, okay? It's about using your imagination, finding a way, a different way to explain what's going on here. And what I'll do in the next video is actually demonstrate to you the kind of thing that I'm looking for when I assess your work. And this is just like a board to help me explain and talk about what's going on. So first step though is you need to get your materials together and get your tools together and get the basics that you need. Start studying the information on the system that you want to work on and get an idea. And then the imagination side of things and the actual making things will happen quite quickly for you. And you can put something together that you can make another video in a moment to explain how it all works. So that's the basics of what I want you to do over the next couple of weeks, and good luck with that.